So today, I wanted to talk about the new hit game that all the kids are playing, the new thing that's sweeping the nation. It's called Valorant. It's Riot Games' new FPS, and it just finished its open beta a few days ago, which I played a pretty good amount of. And yeah, it releases fully in a few days, and I just wanted to talk about my thoughts on the game, and what I like, what I don't like, and what I hope gets improved when the release happens. In fact, they already revealed the new character that's going to be in the game, so it's only a matter of time until they start, revealing stuff. But either way, well, let's talk about it.
Delightful. Really delightful.
So now, I know the first thing about this game that people get turned off by is that, its anti-cheat is basically malware, which, yes, that's fair, but also people get turned off by how similar it is to CSGO. And despite how similar it is, how different it feels. In my personal opinion, I think this game is really fun, and it strikes this perfect balance to me between that competitive nature of CSGO and Call of Duty and other games like that, and just dumb fun, like stupid ass, dumb ass, weird concepts in shooter games. Like if I had to put this game on a graph, with one side being gritty realism and the intricacies has changed, and then the other side is wacky horse shit, where you put pee in a bottle and throw it at someone. It would probably fall right in the middle, because there's a huge difference in FPSs between this.
Our journey to victory has begun! Death to the MPLA!
And this. It really blends what I loved about CSGO and its competitive aspects, and then it blends in what I love about character-based shooters like TF2 and Overwatch. Just this lighthearted nature, fun interactions, weird things to try out and do with all the characters. I like that. All the characters fill this niche. They all do something specific, depending on how you want to play the game. In fact, let's talk about the characters.
Whoa! Brimstone with no brim!
So Brimstone's the character that the game starts you out with. He's basically this very old, hardened soldier that's seen things. He knows a thing or two, and he wants to prove that he can get back into the battlefield like all the other cool kids. His ultimate allows him to pull out his wristwatch and mark an area on the map, which calls in a large orbital laser beam strike from the sky that kills anything inside of it.
This is a bomber! Get down!
Cypher's a pretty interesting area control character, as he marks his territory with lots of traps and things, and also is very good at holding sights. Cypher's ultimate allows him to look at an enemy corpse and find out where everyone is hiding. Ooh. It marks all enemies on the map for all of your teammates to see, but only for a split second. It's really helpful in punishing your enemy's mistakes with Cypher. Jett is a sick MLG frag character. If you see somebody playing as Jett, they're probably trying to film a montage, so don't get in their way. They are good at movement and mobility, which helps control areas, but not in the way that Cypher does. More like in the way that you can be pretty much on the ceiling. Her ult makes her pull out 5 knives. The 5 knives can be used in rapid succession, one after the other, or in a big shotgun-like burst. The knives are pinpoint accurate, even while you're in the air, so it helps to try and get the high ground.
I have the high ground!
If you happen to get a kill with the shotgun knife blast or any rapid succession knife blasts, then the knives reset and you get all 5 back. Jett's kit is very much based around getting kills, whether that be through confusing the opponent or just actually outplaying them, but usually you're just going to confuse them. Omen is another area control character, a lot like Cypher, but where Cypher punishes enemies for being out of place, Omen more or less takes enemies' sight. His ult allows him to pick any area on the map and just go to it. After a short couple of seconds, he reappears on the map and goes hog wild on you. While Cypher's all about giving his teammates sight and playing the defense game, Omen's more about playing the offense game, and trying to take away the enemy site. Phoenix is another sick frag character, but instead he has a lot more versatility which can help his teammates out. And his ult is essentially a get-out-of-jail-free card, which allows you to run in, die, and then not die for real. As Phoenix, when you pop your ult, you place a little marker on the ground, showing where you're going to respawn. Then the timer starts ticking. The timer is for your second life, where you can just run into a site, get vision, get a couple frags maybe, and then you respawn at the spot in which you took off. It's obviously really helpful to have, you know, a second life in an FPS game, but also the counterplay is that you can't just use it willy-nilly because your enemies can see where the marker is. If they know where you're gonna respawn, they can just dome you when you get back. Saij is pretty much the only sole support character in this game, as of right now, and her entire kit is built around helping the team, whether that be through cutting off areas, slowing down the enemy, or just straight up healing. Her ult is a resurrect. You just go up to a friendly corpse and you can bring him back to life. This is kind of insane in a 5v5 FPS game that you can just, you know, resurrect somebody, but whatever. Sova's another character that's all about vision. He's less about map control and more about knowing where your enemies are. Sova's ult is a big bow-based laser which shoots through walls. If you happen to hit someone with this ultimate, then it reveals them to your teammates and you, making it easier to hit your ult again since there's 3 charges, or it makes it easier for somebody to follow up with an actual gun. The strike does 80 damage, so if you hit somebody with it twice, they're dead. Viper's the token big titty goth girl of this game, and she's my personal favorite for no reason. Viper's ult allows her to call upon Shrek in the Swamp's karaoke dance party to make big green gas cloud. The gas cloud is so big that it can almost cover an entire site, and it allows you to see in it with red outlines on the enemies. If enemies happen to be inside it, or teammates, then they get decaying health. Basically, when a Viper on your team says, "Don't get in my way," you should listen to her. Breach is a bastard. His ult allows him to put down a series of concussive tremors that hits the ground one by one, and if they hit any enemies, they get thrown up into the air and concussed for a really long time. Raze is also a bastard, but she's very good at getting frags and controlling areas with her explosives. Her ultimate is a large fuck you rocket, which gets her a free kill almost every time. And that's all the characters. For now. Oh. Similarly to League, this game is really focused on giving a good ranked experience, and that's nice. But Riot's kind of proven that balancing can be a real nightmare for them. See League of Legends. So I hope they learn from their mistakes and improve this game before royally screwing it up. There are some flaws with character balancing right now, which I'll get into, but it's okay for an open beta. It's okay. So here are some of the things that I didn't quite enjoy about the game, or things that I hope get improved before they release the game fully. So currently, team comps almost always have to include Saij, and if you're on a team without her, against a team that does have her, you pretty much just lose every time. So Riot definitely needs to look into Sage's kit, or at least with their new character who kind of looks like a support, maybe add more support characters that can combat Saij. Like I said before, Raze's ult is almost always a free kill. I'd really like them to either turn down the projectile speed on the rocket so it's easier to dodge, or maybe decrease the explosion radius, because right now, Raze can just like walk around a corner, pop her ult, and kill you, and there's not a whole lot you can do about it. The map variety is pretty nice right now, but most of the maps are slightly CT-sided, so it'd be nice to see some of the maps get tweaked, or hopefully the new map that they're adding is a bit more fair. Running one-shots happen way too often. Please make running accuracy terrible. This isn't really a complaint, it's more of a nitpick, but I kind of hope they add new guns, so there's like more variety of choices when you're at the beginning of a round and saying, okay, should I just buy a Phantom or a Vandal? Like, the Guardian's nice sometimes, Operator's obviously good, but I don't know, like, it'd be nice to have some more options, like maybe some higher end guns other than the Odin. Anyways, in conclusion, I'm excited to see what this game becomes when it releases. I mean, we get to look forward to that new character, the new map, new skin lines for your guns. Ooh. So hopefully they kind of change some of the small problems I have with this game. and actually make it a competitor with games like, you know, CS:GO and Overwatch. It'll be fun to see where this game goes, and I hope it gets popular, and I hope they don't ruin it like some other shooters. Anyways, see you on June 2nd.